Hello everyone, welcome back to MixPlus TV. David here. Hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to show you how I used Morphoder by Waves in this mix to transform a couple of vocal tracks. Let's get to it. Pretty massive mix for this song by artist Odin and her version of Rainstone Eyes. Mostly done in analog, a lot of outboard gear, and very few plugins as you can see from my mixer page. But I did use few for effects and other things, and one of those is Morphoder by Waves. Let me play you the song for a second. Okay, you get the idea. The artist for this mix asked me if I could transform a couple of vocals, a pair of vocal tracks, in some sort of AI sound-alike instrument. The original vocals are these two. Okay, they are here and they repeat 4 more times at the end of the song. So the sound that you hear now is already processed with a little bit of overdrive and distortion on them, and also I have the CLA 76 black face on the left side and the blue face on the right side from Waves, because I wanted to give them 2 slightly different tones because they are 2 different performances, okay? But Morphoder is not active right now. And with Morphoder, I have 2 instances here, one on the left and one on the right side. We went from this to this. Okay, let's see how I did this, because Morphoder works slightly different from other plugins. It's not just a matter of slapping the plugin on the insert. You can actually control Morphoder via MIDI, as you can see from the keyboard here at the bottom and the MIDI button right here. So while you can pick a chord or a note and have Morphoder following that note, in this case I wanted the vocoder effect to follow the melody, actually the melodies, because they're different left and right. So the first thing I did is I opened a MIDI track, and with notes, I wrote the melody right here. And in Pro Tools, at least, what you have to do is you have to send this MIDI note to this Morphoder instance. And you do it by clicking here in the output, and you will find I have several plugins right now that can be controlled with MIDI. But in this case, you recognize the name of the track right there, Electric Vocal Right, and you will find the Morphoder option, and you click channel 1, right? This way, this MIDI track, this purple MIDI track here, is sent to Morphoder to read the notes and follow. So if I engage the MIDI, Morphoder actually makes it really easy for you to find the melody of anything. Could be a guitar, could be a bass, could be a vocal like this. Because if you turn the carrier slider up, you can hear the notes. And if you turn the modulator up, in this case now I set it at 30, we'll talk about this later, but if I turn it up a little more, this is basically your dry track. So I'm going to turn this one up all the way, and I'm going to turn the carrier up. All right, for example, if I change this one, so let me turn the modulator off. So once I found the melodies, I copied the same melodies you can see here in the clips for every single time that vocal plays, and then I mixed the original track in. I left it pretty low, it's a -30, but this way I get a little bit of both. I get the AI-like sound effects that the artist wanted, but I also get a little bit of intelligibility that comes from a human voice. So this is how it sounds, as opposed to all wet, which is still cool, but in the mix, this is a 100 tracks mix. It helped understanding better what she was saying there. And then we have the second performance, the right side, and I did the same thing. I opened another instance of Morphoder. In this case, I picked Thalamus just to give 2 different colors, 2 different tones, and it also helps with the stereo imaging. And I did the same thing. I wrote the melody, which for this one is different. Engage the MIDI, and this is how it sounds. And the 2 together sound like this. I really like to give two different types of vocoder for this kind of effects. The two also go to a delay, which is here, and it's H delay from waves. I have a ducking compressor on the return of this delay, so the delay gets ducked down when the dry signal is present, and it lets go when the dry signal is not present anymore. You can hear it rises in level, right? So this is how they sound in the mix. Alright, Morphoder is still one of my favorites for effects like that, and I think it's kind of an overlooked plugin because maybe it's not one of the latest, but it's an absolutely great plugin. I use it all the time. Let me know if you like this video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment down below, and if you want to see more tricks like this, subscribe to MixBus TV, follow us on Instagram. Stay safe, thank you for watching, see you next time.